Memorial Day. Here's my little chair for the little man. Let's see, how do I do that? Do it like this. Oh, there we go. Can't see my chair. Oh, can't see my chair. Okay. There we go. Got some conduit pipe. You know, these things are pretty strong, so I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna put them in the middle. That'll be about 2.5 foot. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 braces for 10 feet. And 20 for the 20-foot carport. Where I only had 3. So now I have 20 instead of 3. That should hold it. You know, I was thinking after I put that wood up here, one more of those, I might not need a canvas top. Just go get that plastic crap at Home Depot or Lowe's. They got those little sheets. I forget what they are, 26 inches, something like that. So that's 2 foot. So if they just a little bit over, that would be 2.5 foot. That would work. Of course, I guess you could stick up another 2x4. These are actually the small 2x4s, not the bigger ones. I figured this would be good enough. And it's a little lighter, is what my thinking was on that one. You know, I don't want to put too much stuff on here. I did put a regular 2x4 underneath the eave on both sides. And then as you can see, I came back with, what do they call that, 1x6? If they're even, I don't think they're 1 inch, probably 3/4 by 6 inches. And I got one up yesterday. I'm going to put the other one up now. And the hoping is, take that side from the top and either flip it so I don't have all this crap hanging down onto these cement blocks, and then put my 2 10-foot sides on where I can roll them up and down. Then you can see how, as I did on this side, I kept up about 6 to 8 inches off the ground and tied it to a cement block on that side. And that seems to be bringing in, now it's going to bring in critters, I understand that, but the critters are going to get in anyway. It doesn't matter what you do about the critters, but it keeps the airflow in here. And hopefully it won't be so moist in here. This is the first after winter, spring going into summer that I've actually had ruts in here. I've never had that before, so I'm going to have to gravel it. And then the only problem with graveling it, I got my front panel so close to the top of that truck, I don't even know if I can get the boat out without having to. That's why I got it bungeed up there like I do. It's conjured up there to where I can unstrap it and untie it and it'll come right down. But it held up good during the winter and then winter storms and stuff, so it worked really good for that. And the top eave up there, I got some, I ordered plastic, so I ordered the clear plastic. That shit ain't clear. It's the same crap I already had, and it's only like 4 millimeters thick, so you know what's going to happen to that. First time it gets rained on about 3 or 4 times, I'll be up there trying to, I'll have to change it. But I like the breeze in here. That's what, I don't want to cut down on that breeze. So I was going to try that eave, and then if that takes it out of there, I'll pull it off the eaves. Now the back side back here, I'm not worried about it, because like I said, we don't get no rain that way. It comes in between the apartments over there and the house, so it just comes right down the driveway, and from the west going east. So, but I like it in here. It's big enough I can work in here now. I got to get this Ford in here. I got that transmission problem. It's getting worse than the overdrive. It sort of feels like I'm only running on 5 cylinders. But I checked each cylinder yesterday, and they're firing good. You know, they're all 6 cylinders are firing, so it's not the coil pack. Ford's got a problem with these coil packs. If you get them from these, I guess AutoZone in them, they must buy them in bulk, which means anything in bulk's being mass produced at a high quantity. Yes. And I went through 4 of them before I got one that even worked. Yeah, 3 of them that I had, I took 3 of them back, and the 4th one finally, the truck fired up. I was getting the same stuff where it would just crank. And I was going, oh no, you know, that sort of tells you it's a timing chain. But I put a new timing chain on it. I always do that when I have those motors apart. And this motor's got probably only got less than 20,000 miles on it. This is a rebuilt brand new motor. Or not brand new, but it's a rebuilt. The only thing I don't like about Fords, they use the same crappy gaskets, and the head gasket especially. So I got to talk to Darren again about, I think Summit's supposed to got some good head gaskets. I want to try that and put that on. But see, I got the original motor still over here. I kept it. That's the one where the water got in and it bent that connecting arm on number 1 cylinder. Everybody said, oh no, you just need to junk it. No, I don't junk stuff. I could tear it apart, and that's an easy fix if I can figure out what it did. And what it was the water got in there and mixed in with that gas, and as soon as that spark plug fired off, kaboom. Yeah, you wouldn't think water would do that mixed with gas, but it does. It was a massive explosion. It bent that connecting rod. So I replaced the connecting rod, put it back on, ran it for about 2 years, did the same thing again. Well, unbeknownst to me, when I pulled the motor out, the number 1 spark plug was rusted out, just through those 2 winters. And hell, I had this truck for 10 years before I even had to change spark plugs. There was never nothing wrong with them. Yeah, I just changed the oil in them and stuff. But yeah, so I kept this motor. Then when I changed the tranny, I got the old trannies out behind the shed back there. So I'm going to have to pull that one off and go through it and see if I can use those synchronizers or whatever those plastic switches are, and put one of those. I forget what they call it. Some kind of setting off a code. So, but it still runs good. I just can't get highway speed. I don't like to shift into overdrive. So that's the problem with that. Later.